Welcome back to Explain the Charts, your go-to channel for in-depth market analysis. Today, we're tackling Litecoin, ticker LTCUSD, as we dissect recent news and its profound impact on price action. We'll be looking at the latest information from Google searches and provided web summaries, then correlating it with our detailed chart data to give you a comprehensive trading perspective for July 30th, 2025. Let's kick things off with the current events shaping the Litecoin landscape. Major news includes the recent SEC delay of the Canary LTC ETF, which, while a delay, isn't a rejection, keeping the ETF narrative alive for future catalysts. Back in February 27, 2025, Cointelegraph noted a significant price surge, with a reported decent chance of reaching $160 by March. Looking at our daily chart, February 27th did indeed see LTCUSD close at $126.76, marking a strong upward trend before a significant pullback in March. More recently, Binance News indicated Litecoin plunged from $110.20 before rebounding slightly above $109, with a weak bounce and failure to reclaim $110.50. Our latest daily candle, ending July 29, 2025, shows a close of $108.53, perfectly aligning with this recent weakness and hovering around that critical $110.50 level. Perhaps the most exciting news is MEI Pharma's $100 million private placement, making them the first publicly traded LTC holder on a national exchange. This corporate adoption is a massive long-term bullish signal, indicating growing institutional confidence and real-world utility for Litecoin. On Reddit, user sentiment suggests Litecoin is solid and only go up, observing that despite market crashes, its price never dropped below $90 after their $80 purchase a couple months ago. Reviewing the daily chart around May 2025, we indeed see Litecoin moving from the $80s to break above $90 and eventually reaching highs around $120 by mid-July, validating that resilience. This general bullish sentiment for altcoins, as highlighted by other YouTube channels like Altcoin Daily and Thinking Crypto, also plays a role in Litecoin's recent price movements. Now, let's dive into the technicals on the one-day chart to identify major trends. Looking at the broader picture from March 2024 to present, Litecoin experienced a significant dip to lows around $50 in early August 2024. However, this was followed by a powerful reversal, propelling the price from the $50s to a peak of nearly $140 by early December 2024. This move highlights Litecoin's capacity for strong bullish rallies when market sentiment is favorable. Following this peak, we saw a notable correction through December and early 2025, retesting lower price ranges. In March 2025, another significant pullback occurred, pushing the price from around $120 down to the $80 to $90 range, a move likely influenced by broader market corrections. From late May 2025 to mid-July 2025, Litecoin saw another impressive rally, climbing from the $80s up to a high near $122, showing renewed buying interest. Let's identify some key support and resistance levels. The area between $80 and $85 has consistently acted as a strong support zone, proving its resilience multiple times throughout 2024 and 2025. Major resistance can be found in the $130 to $140 range, where previous rallies have met significant selling pressure, leading to reversals. More recently, the $120 to $122 level has emerged as a short-term resistance, as seen in the mid-July 2025 rejection. Looking at the one-hour chart for recent action, we can see the short-term trend following the broader daily picture, with a recent rejection from around $120 and a pullback. This particular period between July 17th and July 23rd, 2025, on the daily chart showcases a strong upward push from $97 to $120, followed by a clear exhaustion and subsequent pullback. Volume spikes on the daily chart often correlate with significant price movements, confirming conviction behind these trends and reversals. Now zooming into the most recent data on the 15-minute chart, specifically from July 25th to July 26th, 2025. We observe Litecoin consolidating in a tighter range, roughly between $112 and $115. This indicates a period of indecision after the recent sharp drop from its higher levels. The lower trading volume within this short time frame suggests that neither buyers nor sellers are dominating the market with strong conviction at this immediate level. Small fluctuations around the $113.50 mark show minor intraday support and resistance, as the price repeatedly bounces off and retracts from these points. This sideways movement is crucial for traders, as a break out of this narrow channel, either up or down, could signal the next significant short-term move. So, what are the reasons to be bullish on Litecoin? The major corporate adoption by MEI Pharma for its treasury strategy is a groundbreaking long-term bullish indicator, potentially paving the way for more institutional interest. Litecoin's proven resilience to market crashes, as seen in the Reddit users' experience and historical chart data, suggests fundamental strength. The recent strong rally from the $80s to $120s in July demonstrates active buyer interest and a potential reaccumulation phase. Furthermore, the ongoing discussions and anticipation around a potential Litecoin ETF, even with current delays, could act as a future catalyst. On the flip side, reasons to be bearish include the consistent rejection from the $130 to $140 range, indicating strong overhead supply. The recent sharp pullback from the mid-July highs, as mentioned in the Binance news regarding the failure to reclaim $110.50, is a short-term bearish signal. Sustained lower volumes during rebound attempts could also suggest a lack of strong buying pressure. Should Litecoin break below its established support levels, particularly the $80 to $85 area, it would signal a bearish continuation, potentially targeting the $60 zone. For trading, the key price levels to watch are critical. In the short term, immediate resistance lies at $110.50. Reclaiming this level could indicate a renewed bullish push towards $115 and then $120. Immediate support is around $107, coinciding with the recent low from the Binance news. A break below $107 on strong volume could lead to a test of the $100 psychological level and potentially the significant support zone around $80 to $85. For long-term bullish positions, entry around the $80 to $85 support zone with confirmation of reversal patterns would offer a favorable risk-reward. Conversely, a sustained break above the $130 to $140 major resistance would be highly bullish, potentially opening the path to much higher targets, even towards the aspirational $160 or higher mentioned in early 2025 news. Always look for volume confirmation accompanying any price breakouts or breakdowns, as strong volume adds credibility to the move. Pay attention to the broader crypto market sentiment, as Litecoin often correlates with Bitcoin's movements, especially during significant rallies or corrections. Be prepared for potential volatility around future ETF news or further corporate adoption announcements, as these can trigger rapid price swings. To recap, Litecoin is currently navigating a pivotal range around $108 to $110, struggling with the $110.50 resistance after a recent pullback from $120. The strong support at $80 to $85 is crucial for long-term bullish conviction. A break above $120, reinforced by high volume, makes a retest of $130 to $140 very likely, probably about 60% likely if market conditions remain stable and positive news emerges. A clear break of $140 could even bring the $160 target into play, perhaps a 40% likelihood without a fresh major catalyst. However, a fall below the $107 level, and especially the $80 to $85 support, would signal a bearish continuation, making further declines to $60 likely. About 50% likely if the broader market turns sour or the SEC ETF decision is negative. Keep a close eye on the volume trends and overall cryptocurrency market sentiment for confirmation of any significant moves. Remember to manage your risk and consider your short-term versus long-term outlook when deciding when and at what price to trade. That's all for this in-depth analysis on LTCUSD from Explain the Charts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights.